Have you ever wondered why certain Fortnite players are way better than everybody else? Have you ever wondered if there was a little secret here and there that they know that you don't? And the answer to those questions is a resounding yes. What is up, guys? Jimmy or Chaos. Welcome to Chaos Top 10s. And tonight, we are going to be counting down 10 Fortnite tips and tricks for the beginner. These are things you must know before you play Fortnite, or if you have just started Fortnite. All of these tips, and a lot of you are already playing, so you may watch this and say, this is complete newbie information, Jimmy, but we all started somewhere, and if you're brand new to the game, these are things that you need to know if you want to go on that journey to get your first victory royale, plus improving your performance in battle royale along the way. And you never know, some of you seasoned Fortnite players may get a little tip or trick out of here that you just stick in your pocket that maybe you forgot about. Who knows? The whole point of the video is to make you better at Fortnite, especially if you are a beginner. So let's get started. This month's giveaway is for a new PlayStation 4 console. All you have to do to enter is drop a like on this video, be subscribed to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you never miss an upload. And in the comment section, let me know why you want to win the PS4 and include your Twitter handle so I can contact you if you're the winner. The winner will be announced at the end of the month. Now, this may sound way obvious to most of you that play Fortnite, but you would be surprised how many people do not utilize this. At number 10, using headphones. For those that play Fortnite and other Battle Royale games on the regular, this one sounds like a no-brainer. I get it. But for newer players, and trust me, there are plenty of them flooding into Fortnite, it's not. Fortnite Battle Royale should always be played with a good set of headphones. So, I mean, much of the game is dependent on sound, and being able to use sound to your advantage is crucial. So much of this game is based on little audio cues, such as a chest location, enemy footsteps, gunfire in the distance, where the enemy bullets are landing nearby, and where the shot came from, so on and so forth. It can be fun just to kick back without a headset and play the game, but if you really want to succeed in Fortnite Battle Royale, you really need to be wearing a headset, a good headset, because those little audio cues can only be heard with a headset, and they can be defining whether or not you're going to get a victory or you're going to get a failure. Speaking of sound, which is so important in Fortnite, make less sound. This one ties in with the audio cues of the last entry, and once again, it's a no-brainer to those who play a lot, but it may be news to those who have just started or haven't been playing the game very long. Because so much of this game is based around sound, you want to make as little sound as humanly possible when you're moving around the map. When you suspect that somebody is nearby, stop moving and listen. And if you have to move, do it while you're crouching so you limit your sound. If you think someone is nearby you, don't swap weapons because they will hear you take out your gun. You can move silently when you are crouching, but if you stand up or you start swapping weapons around or reloading your weapons, or even taking out your blueprints or start building, the enemy can hear you 100% of the time. You want to make as little sound as possible while playing the game, especially when you first start out. Once you master the game, well, not master the game, once you get good at the game, then you can hold your own in those confrontations. But just starting out, you probably want to have every little advantage you can. At number 8, landing in unpopulated areas. While a lot of people love to land in populated areas of the map because that is where the action is, a la Tilted Towers and the good loot, if you want to succeed as a brand new player, it's a better idea to do the opposite. The more you play the game, the more you are going to start to learn where the good unpopulated sections of the map are. And trust me, there are plenty of little hidden nuggets out there, little clusters of huts or towers where guns and ammo spawns are great, and even random chest locations around the map where you can grab them without ever having to worry about getting shot instantly upon turning around. Am I saying you can never land in populated areas like Tilted Towers or Pleasant or Retail? Absolutely not. What I'm saying is that by learning the good unpopulated spots on the map, you can consistently get good loot and safely secure a good loadout without having to worry about getting annihilated within the first 60 seconds of the match. And this is definitely predicated more for the newer player. At number 7, learning the house layouts. Despite the fact that there are a ton of houses throughout the Fortnite map, you've probably noticed that many of them have the exact same layout on the inside, the same blueprint, if you will. You've got the dining room, you've got the living room, the kitchen, and the garage on the bottom floor. Then up the stairs, you have the bedrooms and the bathroom and a chest hidden behind a wall. And then you can build a ramp up to the attic where there is usually another chest. So while there may be tons and tons of houses on the map, there's only a handful of different layouts that these houses actually have. And by learning these layouts, you will be much better prepared for landing by a house, because you'll want to know where to look and get all the good stuff as quick as possible. Whenever you're in a house while you're playing Fortnite, take a mental note of where everything is, as it will help you in the future, because trust me, there's a house in Pleasant that looks just like a house in retail that looks just like a house in Salty. Once you know these different schematics and blueprints, you'll be able to efficiently loot through a house rapidly. At number 6, remapping the building selections. This one applies mainly to PC players, as it's not really possible on console at the time of recording this video, although you never know, it could happen in the future. Thanks to all the buttons at your disposal with a mouse and keyboard, you can assign specific keys for each building piece in your inventory, and you should absolutely do this if you are playing on the PC. By default, the different building pieces are selected through the F buttons or by scrolling your mouse wheel, but this is way slower and way less accurate than just remapping each piece to a certain button. By remapping the pieces to custom bindings, you can build much faster, ultra fast, and you don't have to worry about scrolling too far and screwing up while constructing a tower or something really specific. If you watch good PC players and you're just in awe, like I am, at how quick and efficient they build, it's because their key bindings are set up exactly how they want to. I mean, an instant press of the button and the action is immediate. Cracking into the top 5, and once again, if you've played Fortnite for a little while, this is probably a no-brainer, but I even tend to forget this at times, and they'll be like, dang it, why did I do that? Drink the small shields first. Drink the minis. Shield potions are going to be your best friend in Fortnite Battle Royale, but if you don't know how to take them in the proper order, you're going to end up just shooting yourself in the foot. For those that don't know, there are 4 kinds of drinkable shield potions in the game. The small shields, which give you 25 shields per drink, and the large shields, which give you 50 shields per drink. The slurp juice, which gives you 25 shields slowly over time, and the chug jug, which gives you 100 and 100. However, the catch with all these is the fact that the small shield potion can only be used if your shields are under 50, while all of the others can be used whenever you want. In order to maximize your shields, you want to drink the small minis before you drink anything else. If you drink the minis and then the large, you can get your total shields over 50, but if you drink the large first, then go and try to drink the minis, you can't do it. You'll be stuck at 50, and you won't even be able to drink the small one. So if you have small minis and another type of shield pot, shield potion, whatever you want to call it, always drink the small shields first. Get yourself up to 50 and then use the bigger ones, because trust me, in a gunfight, 50 shields versus 100 shields could determine whether or not you live or die. At number 4, build a hut to freaking heal. After getting in a firefight with someone and coming out alive, you are obviously going to want to heal up before you do anything. And when doing so, you need to be sure you're not going to get finished off by someone who may have been sitting on the sidelines waiting to pick off the weaklings, which is a strategy most good Fortnite players do. After killing someone, you should always duck into cover in order to heal, even if you're just drinking a little shield potion or using a couple bandages. If there's a house nearby, duck inside. If there's no cover, build yourself a small hut with a roof on it just in time to heal up. And you may say, that's a waste of wood, but is it really a waste of wood if the ladder happens and somebody just one-offs you when you weren't even looking? This way, no one can pick you off once you let your guard down. This also applies to reviving down teammates, as you should never try to revive a teammate when you're not covered from all sides. If you're going to heal yourself or heal a teammate, you should have a wall on all sides of you, and preferably a roof over your head in order to ensure that you make it out without taking any more damage. At number 3, stocking up on resources late in the match. As I'm sure you all know, the end of a Fortnite match always ends up in a big tower building fight or some kind of building fight, and that can only happen if you have enough resources to get you through it. If you find yourself in a building fight and you run out of resources, you're pretty much screwed. Gathering resources is something you usually do in the beginning of the match and slowly throughout the remainder of the match, but if you see a player count going down and you find yourself going to be in the top 10 or less, you need to get resources. If you think you're going to end up in the final group, hunker down and start smashing up some trees so you're prepared to fight. There's absolutely nothing in Fortnite that's worse than running out of resources when you really need them. And 9 times out of 10, that scenario happens near the end of a match, so make sure that you don't end up contributing to that statistic. At number 2, don't loot bodies immediately. Because gunfights in Fortnite are so loud, you are likely going to attract other players to your location after you kill someone. Because of this, a lot of players will sit back and watch a nearby firefight and then kill the person who wins when they run over to loot the dead body of their enemy. You do not want to be the person who wins the firefight and then gets killed while looting the enemy. After killing an enemy, let a little bit of time pass before you run over and loot them. I know you're excited. You just won this confrontation because chances are there's somebody watching you and waiting for the fight to end so they can kill you and take all of your loot. After killing someone from a distance, wait 10 or 20 seconds or so before running out to get the loot. Scan the perimeter. Try to make sure that nobody is spying on you. And you might even be able to pick off that person who's hiding in a bush that is waiting for that fight to end. And then you get the double loot. And finally today, watch firefights from a distance. What did we just talk about, okay? On the other side of the scenario. If you just don't want to run over and loot someone you just killed because someone may be watching and waiting, right? What if you end up coming across two people fighting? Then what? Well, then you get to be the person who watches and waits for the fight to end so you can kill the winner and get double the loot. However, you have to be smart when you encounter two people fighting because if you mess it up, you can end up dead as well. When you see two people fighting with each other, try to get close to the situation without being noticed, or just stay put where you are and take cover behind a tree or wall or something. Do not build a wall to cover yourself because that will instantly draw attention to you and screw up your surprise attack. And do not engage either player until one of them is dead because here's the deal. They're likely just going to gang up on you and then continue fighting, and you want to be as small and unnoticeable as possible till one of them dies. Then finish off the winner of the fight and loot the two bodies. And the reason this is such a formidable strategy is because if these two guys get in a fight, one of them's probably going to die, obviously, and the other one's probably going to take some damage. So you literally get to come in at the optimum time where one's dead and the other one is very, very hurt, and then you get all their loot. Just like the last entry, you want to make sure no one else was watching the fight behind you. You get into this whole fightception where there's 3 different groups watching. You guys get what I'm saying. Just be smart about your confrontations and you'll come out on top more times than not. And there you have it, my friends. Those are 10 Fortnite hacks, tips, tricks, whatever you want to call them to help you get better at the game. This was directed more at the newbie in Fortnite, which there is a lot of them coming into the scene. So hopefully this helped you. If it did, drop a like on the video. If you guys would like to see a more advanced hacks, tips, or tricks, definitely let me know. We can do that as well. And be sure to check out all the other Fortnite videos in the playlist below. Drop a like, make sure you're subscribed on the way out, and I'll see you soon.